Got the flower shirt. Happy spring, ladies and gentlemen. Got the friggin' braid up, twist up. Got the Ethiopian forehead. And then we're gonna use this for analytics. You can analytic these nuts. What?
Daredevil just dropped.
Nerd! To all the Daredevils out there, have a good season of Daredevil, you losers. And I'm a loser too for my own shit. While you were gone, I had a walkout.
Hey!
Yeah, hey! I had up to here with it! Female open mic comic has meltdown. We're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to start finding some male comics also, just to balance out.
You talk to me when I do my comedy?
Yo, this bitch is nuts. Why she throw his pizza?
He's like, no.
She's yelling at the comics in the bro. Clearly, this is the producer. This right here.
Hey, it's Hen Dog.
Black Zeus the Podcast Season 6, featuring Black Zeus and Dante, aka Black Zeus on YouTube, Patreon, and Instagram. Alright, I'm done.
Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Black Zeus the Podcast. I am Black Zeus. This is the podcast. You are the beautiful people. Season 6, episode 9, kicking off with a mother bang, ladies and gentlemen. Back to regularly scheduled programming. I will not be playing Grand Theft Auto this week. Sorry to disappoint the new gaming channel fans. This is a comedy channel, my nigga. Did you not read the top of the page? It says, by comedians for real comedy fans. We the comedians, you the comedy fans. Don't get it twisted. This is not a gaming channel. Can you tell that shout out to whoever left that comment on the last gaming video, because that really made me laugh. It's like, bro, this was a good episode, but this gameplay sucks. Nigga, I'm not Kai Cenat. You bitch. Anyways, let's kick things off. Get right into the swing of things. I am once again sober and just now realizing how much that sucks. Although it's not that it sucks, because I can't be. It's just that this is gonna be a scattered episode. The weed calms me down. Got the flower shirt. Happy spring, ladies and gentlemen. Got the friggin' braid up, twist up. Gonna cover that up. Got the Ethiopian forehead. We're here for spring and summer, and to cover just how sad it is to be a comedian during those seasons. Oh God, the dead season is coming back. We're gonna make sure that it's not dead though. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff coming your way, and by we, I mean me and the guy on the show with me. I don't do this alone. I got help from the #1 producer in the game. Let's do a classic. Let's do a classic throwback here. Let's bring the #1 producer in with a little name tag. Who is this guy? Is he just the #1 producer? No. He's the #1 underground crypto meme coin king. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is so heavy into the crypto game. He had 50,000 Bitcoins, bought 3 video games and 2 pieces with him before anybody really knew that Bitcoin was going to be super popular, fell into a depression, made a meme coin called What's Up Nigga. You never even heard of it, no? Because this coin blew up, and then he did the rug pull immediately. Took the money, went to Barcelona. What did he do in Barcelona, you might ask? 30 hookers in a day. The most hookers banged in Barcelona by a foreigner in one day in history of the country. They got so pissed, they kicked him out. He took the remainder of his crypto from the meme coin. He cashed it out, but he effed up and he cashed it into Barcelona bucks. I think they use Disney dollars out there. I don't know what your currency is, but he cashed it in to the Barcelona bucks. Realized that the conversion was out of whack, but by the time he went to switch it back into American currency, he had lost over half the value. He was depressed again, slipped into another depression spiral. But this nigga's bootstrap Benjamin, ladies and gentlemen. He picked himself up by the bootstraps. He took the remainder of that money. He invested it in Ethereum, gained his money back up, sold for real American dollars, just in time to be able to buy a Sony camera, meet me, and then spend the rest on some drugs. Went into a drug rehab program. Lost all the remainder of his crypto, but at least he had his camera. I met him. He became the #1 producer in the game. He started comedy. His life is a complete 180, but it's almost as if he shed everything that I just explained. And he shed that. It's in his past. He doesn't even acknowledge it anymore. So don't even bother asking him. You know what I'm saying? But he is here with me now. The #1 producer in the game. The guy that is helping me build this channel. The guy that is helping me document my comedy career. The guy who has started his own comedy career and is documenting that. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here in the studio with me. Dante's in the studio.
Yo, I gotta let niggas know something, man. I'm a macho nigga now. I like this shit, man. It's cooler, it's smoother, it's matcha, nigga. You coffee niggas is too fucking crazy, man. I'm a matcha nigga now.
Do you actually like matcha?
No.
Can you pull up the meme? At this point, you should know better. Why are you doing memes without having them? Who are these niggas?
Who are these niggas?
Who are these? How you living, bro? While you do it.
Oh, this is just a song. That's so funny.
That guy. I just heard sexy music. I'm like, where's this episode going in your mind?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
I'm back, baby.
This is my king.
Dante's back in the studio, yeah. And he's playing all the sexy music that you missed from last week. Ladies, get your panties in a bunch, because they're about to get wet.
Y'all gotta let niggas know something,
Where's the
man.
video?
I'm
There's
a
no
macho
video?
nigga now, man. I like this shit. It's
You're the worst
cooler,
producer in the
smoother,
game, dog.
it's
I don't know what
macho,
the is going on right
Coffee
now.
niggas is too fucking crazy. And I like crazy, but nigga, I'm a macho nigga now, man. Macho, chill out, nigga, slow down, man. I know the white girls been on this shit for years. I know you athletic niggas been on this shit for years.
Athletic
Cool. Nigga, macho, nigga. I'm a macho nigga now. Relax.
Okay, stop.
Chill.
How long is that video?
This one's 3 minutes.
No, you ain't a macho nigga. You an annoying nigga. That's what you is. Unless, okay, that doesn't go on for 3 minutes, does it?
No.
Is it just a bunch of memes about macho right now?
No, it's like a news thing now. I think this chick is gonna start talking about matcha has now hit the black community.
I'm so happy I'm not paying attention to what's going on online, because
You didn't see this?
I don't know if that was sarcasm or not.
No, it's like it's a thing online.
Do you not know me? Did we just meet? Am I not the guy yelling here every week about how social media is bullshit? Although I'm not gonna lie, my habits right now are abysmal. Like, if I don't even want to check my usage hours,
Do it.
do it. It's gonna be bad. I think I now actually understand the addiction aspect of it, because I've been very good. Where would I
Screen time?
okay. See, this is how little I've where would I check that? Where's my screen time?
Settings. No?
Okay, yeah, I'm in settings.
You can just search it.
Privacy, battery. Oh, fair enough. I guess I'll just do that. I'm an old nigga. You could just search it. Oh, I don't even have it on.
That's so funny.
So it wouldn't have tracked anything. Right? If I hit continue, this is my phone.
I don't know. But either way.
Damn. Yeah, nah. You know what? I'm turning it off. I don't want them tracking me and doing all that. It's me at the end of the day. I'm giving them permission to friggin' track what I'm doing on my phone. And then we're going to use this for analytics. You can analytic these nuts, nigga. What? I can't say that now? These nuts is off the table as a joke? That's a classic joke, dog.
Yeah, but you said you want them to analytic.
Yeah. Analytic these nuts. What?
Hey, you do you. Nah.
How do you use that joke? That joke is inherently, there's some sus behind it.
Yeah, there's some analytics.
Yeah. Analytic these nuts. Apple. I'm talking to Apple.
Okay.
As a company.
Yeah.
How's that gay? I'm talking to a company. All right. All right. Kevin Mace, you have ruined this podcast in its entire essence. What you been up to?
Comedy stuff. Daredevil just dropped.
Nerd. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
How many? Is it like it dropped the whole season type deal?
No,
they're going week to week.
They dropped 2 episodes this week and then 1 episode next week.
I don't want to ask you too many questions. Did it live up to the hype? It's just a launch.
Yeah. Here's what I will say.
Oh, I did it.
Okay.
Oh shit.
The story is good so far. the vibes, everything is
Vibes.
good. One thing that I did not like,
Yeah.
and it was so uncalled for, is that they had a fight scene in the beginning, which is fine. But then they CGI the fight scene.
Was the original show a bunch of CG?
No. It
Oh,
was
interesting.
Real fights, real choreography. That's what I like. But now they got CGI fights in the dark and that really bugged me. But
Fair
aside
enough.
from that, the show's good.
Good writing and all that stuff. Good acting. It's just the original Netflix show they picked back up. Yeah.
Yeah,
So does that mean like Luke Cage and all them are gonna come back?
maybe.
That would be fun. Don't let the niggas die. You
Yeah.
brought back a blind white dude. You could bring back one of the niggas. I'm guessing they're bringing that universe. Kingpin is from Daredevil, yeah?
Yeah, but he's initially like a Spider-Man villain.
True, because he was in the animated Spider-Man movies. Anyways, that's enough nerd shit. Congrats. I hope that's good. I hope they don't drop the ball on that for you this season.
Same.
To all the Daredevilians. what do you guys call yourselves?
I'm just like a guy that.
All the Daredevils out there, have a good season of Daredevil, you losers.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a loser too for my own shit, but y'all are some losers. Those shifty side to side eyes. That's my punishment for not talking comedy right away. This is a comedy podcast, so we'll be playing the latest video games. Red Band. Damn, I didn't even think that time. Red Band. I feel like this is going to be every episode now. I'm going to have to sneak in a Red Band. That was suspect. You didn't even call me out on that.
No.
All right, let's get into what this show is actually about. Comedy. We're going to start off with some comedy recaps. Week to week, we come here on the podcast and discuss what we've been up to in the world of comedy, what shows, what jokes, what experiences. And since you weren't here for last week, I ran through shows last week, dog.
Yeah?
Like hoes, dog. I ran through them. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Forgiveness, please. Forgiveness, please. So how was your week for comedy?
It was good. I did my second book show.
Ever?
Like booked, like someone saw me somewhere and they booked me for a
Hey.
show. So I was at Emerson 109
Hey,
on Tuesday.
classic show. It's been around for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Also, salutes to Mike Mitchell, who I'm not sure if he's still running it. He's not running it anymore.
No.
Not surprising because this nigga runs Sirius XM comedy
Yeah.
for Canada now. So that's a big win for Mike. Congrats.
This funny story about Mike Mitchell. Because
Okay.
he's the guy with like the
You're about to get us not played on Sirius XM. One quick story about that piece of garbage right there.
No, but I was at a show
Yeah.
at Sankofa, right?
Okay.
And
That's a venue.
yeah,
A restaurant, bar.
Yeah, all
Okay.
of the above type deal.
Did they end up changing Dundas Square to Sankofa Square? Or did enough
No,
people
I don't
riot
know.
about that?
I don't know.
All right. Anyways,
But you know Sankofa just down the street there.
I don't, but that's why I asked you.
Oh, okay. It's
what is that, a bar or restaurant? You know that place just down the
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, we're the worst. best friends.
So there's a few comedians, right?
Yeah.
And Mike
Book
was,
show.
I guess so.
Okay.
It wasn't an open mic but it was also like a music night, which is why I was there because like I know some of the guys in the music scene,
Okay.
right? So I'm there, I see some comedians. Yeah, you know, there wasn't really a comedy crowd, so
They were there for music.
they're there for music. So then I see you know, Mike with his tattoos all up, he goes up, and then I was like, I could do that.
Wait. So he went up,
Yeah.
and then somebody in the crowd said this?
No, I said that to myself.
Oh, interesting. Oh, we're not getting played on seriously. No, I'm just joking. Actually, we're gonna be interviewing Mike at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna, cause I figure we'll take the day that we went to Sirius and saw Ben and
Yep.
interviewed Ben,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the flip side, that was Ben on the way out. So let's
Yeah.
catch Mike on the way
Way
in, get an interview with him, see how he feels, and then like catch an interview with him like down the road.
Yeah.
Just sort of time capsule all this.
Yeah, but this was a long time ago. And he kept saying, like, yeah, I don't even need to be here. Like, I just.
Well, congratulations, Mike. You're out now. So.
No, but he made it. Like, you know what I mean?
Nigga, we made it. Yeah, from Emerson to Gatekeep. This nigga gets to keep gates now, nigga.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's that type of person though. So he's like a pretty chill guy.
Sick.
So please play our shit, Mike. Please, Mike. You're so great at this job, Mike. But yeah, so how was your show at Emerson?
It went well.
Did you do anything new?
Nothing. Well, maybe a little bit like riffs. You know, not really riffs.
Riff saying. Like riffs are riffs. Did you do any new written material?
No, because it's a show. I do the stuff that I've been working on.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I'm not gonna just try a new joke.
I'm a little more comfortable, so I'll
but
take
you're
those
14 years in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a little more.
Yeah.
I was trying to be humble about it. I said, humble brother. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Have you been writing though?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that process like for you? Like, so you're still early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
What's your writing? Well, you might not want to spill the whole beans on your writing process.
Spill the whole can. But,
Yeah, spill all the beans, just a little bit. Spill
Well,
some of the beans.
So I will, if something makes me laugh, right? I will make note of that.
Yeah,
So
in your phone or something.
yeah, and then what I'll do is I will almost visualize myself on stage. You get what I'm saying? So I'll imagine myself I'm on stage, and then I do that material
As you're writing it, or as you're
no. This is how I write it.
okay.
So I have the idea, and then I visualize myself performing it on stage.
Okay.
And then whatever I say in the visualization, because I'm kind of just freestyling,
Yeah.
then I write down those things that I was saying in my head, and I go from there.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way other than to just, I guess, jot down a note when, like, do you make time though to write?
No.
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 Do you feel like at your stage that might benefit you to do that? Because you're still kind of technically developing all of it.
Yeah. So I don't sit down and dedicate time to writing new material,
Yeah.
but I am coming up with new material, if that makes sense.
Okay. How do you decide when to try it?
I just tried next open mic.
So every open mic, you're pretty much trying new stuff at this point?
Well, now that I have more new stuff, now I'm trying it. But because I'm also trying to iron out, polish a nice 5.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on it, and I have a section where it's like, okay, this section is not doing the strongest. Let me try and get some new jokes in and see if I can squeeze it into that
True.
section.
All right, that makes sense.
But yeah, I've had some new jokes that I've been doing that have been like kind of fun.
Like any goals or anything, like comedy goals? Like I know obviously you're working to your 5 or 7 minute tight. Or like any kind of more broad or even maybe more long term. Like is comedy starting to make a little more sense, or
It's making sense, but it's not making dollars.
of course it'll be a while.
Well, that's a long-term goal, make dollars.
That's a big goal.
But I guess obviously, and I think we talked about it on Black Zeus the show.
Yeah.
But eventually I want to do a comedy special. Eventually, I want to do newbie and like things like that.
Yeah.
And then just go around, make people laugh. Like,
Did you go to Nubian last month?
No.
Damn. All right. We'll go this month for sure.
Yeah.
I've been writing a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm giddy like at how much I've been writing. Like I'm actually excited.
Do you sit down and write?
No, because at this point I have my writing process, which is like I did try that at the beginning of my comedy career. Like I very much would dedicate. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this time aside. And then that just felt like I was forcing something.
Yeah.
And then, you just go through the motions of trying to figure out what works. And then I was just constantly writing everything in my phone. But like I would just write out in huge chunks. And then I realized it's like, yo, work with your brain. Like, how does my brain work? It's like, okay, well, titles help. So I actually come up with a title first. That's the first thing. I have the joke, obviously, but then before I even start to write down any of the joke premise or the beats or anything like that, I will give it a title. And that way it just sticks out in my brain immediately. And then I don't know, now, even though I write in point form, the way I write now is just geared to flow. So like I don't know, I it's hard to really explain, but it just feels like I'm writing as I would speak. And then I write enough and then let the rest of it play out on stage. And then I'll come back and be like, okay, this tag has to stay with it. I don't want to forget it. So I'll just keep adding tags or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and a lot of the material came out of, I guess, like the end of Black History Month. Just a bunch of ideas just started flooding. And it's ideas that I could either work in as part of February or just in general. But then there's also a bunch of other jokes that are working with my relationship material as I'm trying to work towards this album. And actually probably the one that gets me the most excited right now, like it just makes me laugh, is this AI Martin Luther King joke I wrote.
I haven't even heard this one.
Bruh. When I dropped it the first time, like, and it just hit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I just had to smell, like, I was just driving home, like, like I did something today. There's just some weird little ones that stick with you, bro. Like, I don't know, but do you get when you have an idea, can you get a sense of just how good it will be? Do you get a sense of that yet?
It makes me laugh. And
but there's no scale to it.
I have nothing really to base it off of aside from like the 6 jokes that I actually have, maybe more than 6
Fair
to
enough.
12 or whatever that worked, and then the few that haven't. Right.
Okay.
So like
enough.
I don't know, like, oh well, like, okay, so maybe on Thursday,
Yeah.
I wrote a joke while I was waiting for my turn to go up.
Yeah.
And I figured like, oh, this is kind of funny. I would assume it would work. And then it worked.
Okay, yeah. But like there's no like scale to it. I can almost tell, and there's obviously exceptions to the rule. Every once in a while you misfire. But I feel like I'm better now at being completely in tune with it's not just enough to know what you find funny and then make that a joke. It's almost like it's an extra step. You got to know what's funny to you, but then what's also funny, or at least something you can relate and get across to an audience and make that broadly funny.
Yes.
And I feel like I have a better sense of that scale now.
Okay.
So that even when I'm writing jokes, I could tell this would be like a level 2. But I still write it because it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And again, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes the one that you think is gangbusters is
Yeah.
and then the ones that you think are just like womp womp, and you're just scratching your head like, why'd they laugh so hard at that? But it's like, so like I've been having some really good high level thoughts in terms of joke writing, and I was so happy to see the way that AI MLK joke worked. I'm definitely gonna do it tonight. Like I'm gonna do practically all new material. Like I have a new 10, 15 just within the last month.
Wow.
But then, yo, it freaks me out, man, because there's so many jokes that I haven't even touched. Like I love this. You know what I mean? Like when it's just an endless cycle of creativity that you forget how creative you are. And then you actually have to go into your phone and be like, let me type in jokes and just see. I'm like, whoa, how do I have this many? I forgot. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro. I love this. It's almost like therapy. By the way, while you were gone, I talked about it briefly last week, but I wanted to talk about it while you're here. I had a walkout. And it wasn't like, hey! I had to hit with it. But it was the most pathetic, to me, walkout. Because it wasn't from bombing.
Yeah.
And it was literally from someone like being in their feels. Nobody in the room took offense. It was just a miscommunication it was the crowd work show. I did the I forget what it's called. But anyways, it's No Filter. Gathia.
Okay, yep.
He runs the crowd work show at a Real Jerk.
Yeah.
So I did that. And I was closing out.
Yeah.
And I briefly talked about it last week, but like the last place you want to be on a crowd work show is last.
Because everyone's tired. And
Everyone's tired.
Everyone's been talked to.
Everything you could say about anybody in the crowd has been picked clean. Like it's a dead carcass at that point with just bones.
Yeah.
So you gotta be good enough to not retread. But then at the same time, bro, like the show was supposed to start at 8. It started at 9.
Who are these niggas?
And I was just over that because like I had other I wanted to go to another club and so I'm like, but like that's fine. That's whatever. That's just my little artsy fartsy bullshit. But I could see it by the end, bro. The crowd was done. Like they had all the food plates were just piles of bones and shit.
Yeah.
By the time I'm up there, it's like 11:30, bro. That's not a good setup. But what I'm proud of myself for doing.
Someone to leave.
No, not even necessarily that. I threw everything out the window.
Okay.
As much as my instinct kept trying to get me to prep, I stopped myself. I just kept playing this game on my phone, or I kept just scrolling to keep myself from prepping material or a set.
Okay.
All I did was pay attention to what the comics were talking about.
Yeah.
So I knew what not to do, which was everything. I had to pretty much stay away from every piece of conversation. So, but I like the challenge of it.
Yep.
Like I know I'm not a roast battle guy, so I stay away from roast battles.
Yeah.
But I tried roast battles to do that.
I would want to try roast battle.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to try it to figure it out.
Yeah. I hold back on niggas most of the time. Right?
Then you got to stop that. But in terms of like, how do I word this? I almost went up there combative, you know? But I had to do the show to know. I love crowd work. I mean, bro, how many times have you seen me perform? I'm doing crowd work 100% of the shows I'm on, but it's not 100% of the time I'm up there.
Yeah.
I find a way to weave it in and out. And that's what I love, is the craft of like weaving in and out of like, and then having jokes that you can tie into crowd work so that the crowd just thinks that just came up off the top of off the top of the dome. So I like to see if I like doing crowd work only. I gave myself the challenge. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'm here. I'll make it work, whatever. And I'm having a decent time. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. I would actually say some comics had better crowd work sets. The first or second guys up there had great sets because they were fresh crowd.
Yeah.
Nobody had talked to them yet. But again, no excuses. It was decent, and then I started talking about me growing up in London and I asked if anybody was from London, and this one Asian girl put her hand up, and she had already been talked to like the whole night, and she was with a group of friends, and what I found out was she was with G, like she's friends with the producer.
I think I might have met her.
Maybe
She's from London too.
Yeah, and so you might tell her I don't apologize. Who are these niggas? You knocked the thing behind you. It's crooked though. You're gonna have to. That's my OCD right there. Sure. So she puts her hand up, and I don't remember exactly what was said, but there was a clear miscommunication there, where I feel like I asked the question differently than how she interpreted it, and she answered it, but I misinterpreted her answer. Like it was a clear double miscommunication. You know what I mean? And then she just started getting flustered, but I'm being a funny dick about it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that I've crossed the line with this girl. And I guess she felt like I maybe put her in her place or something. She's like, but you asked me. She's like, but you asked me. I'm like, that. And I started talking to another person who I already had good rapport with. Yeah. So we start cracking jokes. I'm like, is it me? Am I being an asshole? Like, nah. She gets up and leaves, but I don't notice. Like 10 minutes later, I start to talk to her friends again. I'm like, oh, your friend left? I'm like, I thought she just left. Yeah. Show's over. She walks down. She's hanging out by the bar. She just looks at me. She doesn't say a word. I'm like, hallelujah, dog. I don't want to be liked by everybody. Everybody can go themselves, that bitch included. Sorry, G. How are you gonna get that, bro? It's a crowd work show. Yeah. All her friends were with it. All her friends, even though her friends said it's just a miscommunication. Yeah. They were laughing.
That's why she left, because her friends were laughing.
It's like, bro, how are you gonna be at a crowd work show where you know that, and you've been watching for an hour and a half, the crowd get talked to, made fun of. I was taking the jokes back. I was like, it's a crowd work show, bro. So you go with the energy of that. I was letting crowd members like roast me or whatever, and then I have something back. I know I did good because I'll be headlining The Real Jerk on the 22nd of March. Mandem. I'm gonna be headlining Mandem, and this couple is gonna be coming back. So it's like, yo, you're gonna be here again? I'm like, not that bitch. But yeah, anyways, that's this week's comedy recap. Go support live comedy wherever you are. Wherever you are. The next Dave Chappelle, the next whoever, the next your favorite is literally in your neighborhood, and they just need a little bit of support. Go to an open mic. If you've only been to a comedy club, if you've never been to a comedy club, go to a comedy club. And if you can't do any of that, then you can support stand-up comedy by watching the latest episode of Black Zeus, the show, which just dropped on the channel. Dante and myself were at Comedy Bar Danforth, which is the east end of Toronto, with Jared Nathan, the illustrious, the world famous, the Kill Tony regular and smasher, Jared Nathan, who was on the show. We were a part of his disability privileges. Don't tell me. Wait, the show was called Laughs Without Limits. Yeah? My brain works. It was a great time. Great interview with Jared. And again, if you're actually interested in what it is to be a comedian on the come up, the podcast is obviously a great place, but this is where we just come week to week and chat about what we're up to regularly. If you want to see what we get up to, if you want to see what it is to be a comedian, Dante has been following me with the camera, and we are documenting both our careers. I'm 14 years, he's 3 years, and we're showing you at different scales what it is to try and make it, quote unquote. The algorithm hates me, but I'm still doing me. You nigga. That was just for me. Anyways, we're going to move on to another segment we like to do here this season called In These Comedy Skreets. Dante and myself scour the internet. We find comedy pages like on Reddit, on Twitter, and all the alike. We find what people are saying, asking questions, leaving comments, posting videos, all comedy related. And then we are going to give our 2 cents and maybe even leave a comment if I ever remember to log in anymore. I don't. So we won't leave a comment, but you know.
Eventually.
So yeah, this week's In These Comedy Skreets. Starting off, should we start with this? Because this is a video. Do we have another one loaded up? F it. Let's just get into it. Let's get into the video. So yeah, female open mic comic has meltdown. We're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, where's the men at? Because I know y'all out there and y'all suck. So we're gonna have to start finding some male comics also, just to balance out. But because we just passed International Women's Day, let's honor the lovely ladies of the world by showing how much y'all suck. So yeah, female open mic comic has a meltdown. That's pretty much. Is it? Wait, minimize this for a second. Let's see if we can get some context. Where was this? Okay, there is no context, so we're just right into it. I almost thought this was a foreign show because there's Chinese captions. Yeah, but I don't think this is in China because everybody here speaks English. Anyways, yeah, full screen this and we can hit play. Just prepare to be disgusted, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
pause it.
listen to me.
You're gonna have to turn that down.
Press play.
Pause it. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Pause it. You're the producer though. You should have all these things prepped.
It was prepped.
The wife wasn't loud.
That's
nigga. Yeah, I just want
The fast way to show someone
did the audio
you're a
test.
loser is
Shut
to
up.
be better than them. And I'm sorry, this is my last time to be here, to be at a comedy club out of nowhere. Because people who do comedy here for years.
You do comedy here.
Shut the
No, you do comedy here.
What happened right now? You talk to me when I'm doing my comedy?
Yeah.
Yo, this bitch is nuts. Yo, pause it for a second. Look at the guy. Why should he throw his pizza?
He's like, no.
To be fair, there was only a couple slices left, but nigga, those are my slices. I'm gonna fight
Slices. Look at the hurt.
you. Look, I know you can see it. You can read it in his face. Who are these niggas?
Look at this. The pizza's flipped upside down on
So,
the table.
so if you can't see this for whatever reason, this is in what looks to be like a restaurant bar type setting, like a chicken wing joint almost, you know, one of those little local sports bar. Exactly. You can see boxing or whatever on the TV in the background. Bad sign already for comedy.
Yeah.
Bad, bro. The TVs are on. Dog.
I don't know.
Bad
I never did a sports
sign.
bar yet.
If you are a comic and already you are doing a show at a sports bar, don't kill yourself just yet. It might get better. But if the TV's on, prepare to work overtime. It's, bro, they're setting you up for failure.
Yeah, if the UFC's on, I'm not listening to
And
this.
you're a comic. Coming up next, Dante.
Hold on, wait.
Jawa.
In the middle of the set. Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, God. It's distracting. It's unnecessary. And it shows that this isn't really a comedy show.
However, throughout the video, she says that they do open mics at this venue.
Yeah.
Like this is a venue for open mics.
So you did Emerson.
Yes.
Emerson is a sports bar.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, okay, it's a college pub.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
College pub. I saw more board games than I did TVs.
Modern sports bar. AKA gay. But what was I even trying? Like, they turn the TVs off.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Most bars, especially if it's a setup like this, dog, like there's no stage, there's no backdrop, there's no nothing.
Yeah,
this lady's
walking in between the
this
tables.
lady's walking in between the tables. Like usually, at least at a sports bar comedy show, there's a corner designated for the comedy.
She's performing in front of the bar.
And then she started weaving in and out of the tables. So this is how and I'm pretty sure if you go back to the beginning, which we won't, just leave it. Just,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll naturally go through this. But you can see in the corner all the comics sitting.
Yeah.
So there's one person with a pizza that she threw.
Not
There's
anymore.
another guy behind him who looks like
one person who had a pizza.
who had a pizza. There's a guy behind him who's like, oh, brother, this bitch stinks. I wouldn't be surprised if that dude's a comic. This is an empty bar.
Yeah.
And then the guy who heckled her, who looks drunk, by the way.
Yeah.
He stood up and was wobbly. She threw the microphone at him. That's the wildest part. Like,
and she's like, come husband.
All I'm saying is Ali Wong has fallen, ladies and gentlemen.
I would have at least said Aquafina first or something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ali Wong has fallen. The baby really took the funny right out of her. She's the one not a baby, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't mix up my Asian comments. Man, damn, forget it. Forget it. I was gonna get super buckwild racist there. Man, that fan really lost it there. Yeah, keep it playing for a little bit. Let's let it play out. This is abysmal. Look at her. Look like
This motherfucker.
mother.
No! That is, I'll make you disappear. You'll never see him in any comic club.
You'll never see
My
him
word
in any
is
country.
or without the
My
people.
word is
Because nobody messes with me like this. And you guys are my people.
because no one messes with me.
Every comic club, I stand up for people. I stand up for you. For everyone who.
Now she's yelling at the pause it. She's yelling at the comics and the bro. Look at clearly this is the producer. This nigga right here. You could just see, bitch.
Oh my goodness.
This is the only place we could practice jokes. Shut the fuck up. None of us are club comics yet. I like the guy in the back with the wine. Just unbothered by all of this. He's like, when can I do my time? She's yelling at the comics like, I stand up for you guys at the clubs. Bitch, what are they supposed to stand up for?
Yeah.
A drunk man, one of three, potentially three audience.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're all audience. Stood up and said, you tell jokes, which you weren't, by the way.
Hey, we didn't see her set. I want to see the whole set.
She was talking. There was nothing being told in joke form. Do you guys want to get into comedy yet? This could all be yours. What's crazy is she said, where's my husband? Get my husband.
Yeah, because the husband is the one
To
that's
beat him
gonna-
up? And she's niggas. With that friggin' pink, lady pink, what's the lady fat outfit? Lady pink.
fat lady.
PH18 now. Yeah, happy International Ladies. Freaking
Baby fat.
thank you. Ma'am, I'm old, bro. I can't even baby fat.
Fat lady.
Fat pink, fat pink. Baby fat. Somebody get Karuchi-san over here. Yeah, keep it playing for a little bit. We'll ride this one out.
Okay, are you guys standing up for me?
Are you guys standing up for me?
Yeah, so somebody can talk shit about me and nobody can do nothing.
Yo, prior to the microphone.
I did that to Rob.
He said talking to the microphone.
Talking to the, but she threw the microphone.
America.
American. Wow.
I'm telling the truth.
Listen.
She said, y'all not
I was
loyal.
here because Rob wasn't saying anything.
I was trying to help.
To talk and get it out. And somebody come up to me and be like, shut the f up. And then when I started doing comedy, somebody started talking. I was doing it for 30 seconds.
You weren't doing anything.
There's a dog on the table.
Do that sometimes. You know, yeah, you've done mics, you know that.
In comedy club?
In comedy clubs too,
Oh,
sometimes
wow.
when you're drinking.
That's
Not
why you
always,
guys
not
are
always
here,
the
right?
best.
Just loser, bitch.
You're a loser, bitch. She's talking, yo, that producer's contemplating everything about
You're
life.
not loyal. Because when you are loyal, you fight with your friends.
But this is not a fight.
They're not a real friend.
It is, because he's
No,
a
we
racist.
use our
Use our
words.
words. We don't use violence.
I don't like violence.
There's no race.
No, listen.
This has nothing to do with the race.
I will report this club.
Okay.
Listen.
I want to report this club. Is that what she said?
Talk to me when I was doing my comedy show.
It's not, first of all, it's a,
Who
who should call him? Who are these niggas? All right, that's enough of this. This is my new favorite category on the internet.
Comic freakouts.
Comedians breaking down completely. Unfunny comedians. I don't even want to call her a comic.
No, it's open micer.
I will say she would probably crush I Kill Tony. Golden ticket winner, Karuchi-san over here, friggin' Red Band. Red Band's like, can you do the secret show and sit on my face? Red Band.
Red band.
Red Band. Oh, the fart soundboard, Red Band. Yeah, let's read some of these comments. Sick of these crowd work videos. You and I both. This isn't even that crazy. Every city has delusional weirdos doing comedy who end up throwing a tantrum at some point. Absolutely true. To be fair, we are about due in the Toronto comedy scene and in the Canadian comedy scene.
No, apparently one guy.
What?
At the workshop.
Oh no.
Some guy.
Am I out of the loop?
I don't know. I don't know how long ago this was.
Wait, at the comedy at Kenny's workshop?
Not at the workshop, but Kenny brought it up.
Okay.
That some guy, some white guy, he just starts saying the N-word and he stripped naked or something. Yeah.
In Toronto?
Somewhere, yeah.
Nah, I don't know what's going on. Let's read some more of these comments and then wrap up. His first words to 911. Hello, someone talked when I was doing comedy. You talk to me when I'm doing comedy, ? I'd be so mad if that was my pizza.
Yeah, look at this one.
Someone called Tony Hinchcliffe. I think we found a new opener. Yeah. The internet knows. Yes. Vindication. Click the reply on that. Shout outs to Dogs Be Dogs. Oh, that's a Shane Gillis fan.
No Call Red Band.
No Call Red Band. He's the one with the Asian fetish. Yeah. Bro, I feel so vindicated right now. I know what's going on in the comedy world. Tony Hinchcliffe is propping up losers, and Red Band sniffs Asian feet. Call My Husband. That was my favorite. Call My Husband. Any of these stick out to you? You just scroll a little bit.
Man, we don't know who you are.
I bet that's her dog. That's what I thought too. That she brought to the bar for no goddamn reason too. Oh, I've got a bit for when people bring their dog. It's a good, quick way to get most of the crowd on your side. Oh, thanks, Poindexter. By the way, I've got a good bit. Yeah. That comment kind of annoyed me. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. But yeah, that's Indies Comedy Skreets for this week. And I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. We're going to get back into the regular meat and potatoes next week. But damn, y'all got 50 minutes of hot comedy talk. Yeah. Any final words for the people before we get out of here?
It's good to be back.
Welcome back, sir. All right.
Staying on the grind.
Where can people find you online?
You can find me online at Dante, CheZDANTE. Follow your boy.
Hey, and I'm AKA Black Zeus on all the socials, but right here is the place to be. Also, check out the Patreon if you are willing and able and capable. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe, leave a comment, go and check out the latest content we have on the channel. The latest episode of Black Zeus, the show just dropped with Jared, Nathan, and co. Dante has an interview on that episode. You're a piece of garbage. Go support live comedy wherever you are. Go watch the latest clips, new comedy clips on the channel, and all that good stuff. Other than that, enjoy your week, and we will be back here next week for another episode of Black Zeus the Podcast. This has been Season 6, Episode 9. Peace.
Hey, it's Hen Dog.
Black Zeus the Podcast Season 6, featuring Black Zeus and Dante, aka Black Zeus on YouTube, Patreon, and Instagram.